Okay, so I bought some Mould King Electronics. I just wanted to do some testing, try some things out. So I got their RC kit with this is a 6 output battery and receiver, and then you've got your controller there. I've already taken these out and charged them, so they should be good to go. This is a power function servo replacement. Supposedly, this is a proportional control, which would differ from the other third-party servos I've gotten. We will be the judge of that. We will see if that claim holds true. I've also got a M-size motor, and this isn't a L-size motor, but this is the Black Furious Hyperspeed, supposedly much higher RPM. The actual motors themselves, I probably will do a separate video on because I want to see how they compare in some real world situations. You can do all kinds of testing, but I think real world's going to be much better. But that'll be a while from now before we get to all that. So let's open this up. And if they hadn't taken enough from Lego, now they're stealing their shipping methods. Look at these crushed boxes. Like, they're just trying to copy off Lego in any way they can. It's funny. Some people just have this opinion that only Lego should be able to make building blocks, period. They're the best and all that. And, you got to remember, Lego took their design from Kitty Craft bricks or whatever it was, Kitty Craft toys, whatever. I think a lot of people forget that piece of history. I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these M-size motors, and I guess our servo, and then we'll use that to test. And inside the box, all you really get is you get your USB cable. Yeah, okay, so we got a little red. I'm not going to worry about that for right now. So this is our hub. Let's plug in, pretend like this is our drive motor on port A. These aren't labeled. I'm guessing that would be A, B, C, D. So let's try our steering on D. Again, I don't know. And where's the button? Okay, here's the button. Okay, presumably that's good. And this is actually rechargeable too. That really surprised me. That I was going to see what batteries this took. I even brought a bunch of batteries down here, and look at this. You got a USB input. Okay, that seemed to connect right up. This is our M motor. And is this proportional? It is, but how many steps is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe that's about like I think it was 8, maybe, or maybe 7. So that's interesting. Okay, now we've got our servo here. That's not proportional. Okay, so I kind of assumed that would be the case, because this is definitely proportional for the motor speed. The way these work is so like this power function servo, we're gonna have, I believe, I might be upside down, but you got ground and 9 volts at the extreme ends, and then these two middle ones are the same wires that would power your motor, which we've seen is proportional. But that's used as a signal to make the servo turn. Get these other buttons here. I don't know. I guess this would be, yeah, E and F. Back and forth. So, yeah, kind of a little controller. I don't know. That's interesting. You know, it might come in handy for some project later on. And again, this was like very cheap. This was like, I believe all this came from Amazon, if I remember correctly. But I just wanted to try them. I want to compare. I want to see how they can stack up against the Lego and other third-party devices that are out there. Let me pull this out. I just want to see how fast this is. If it is furiously fast, or if this is another marketing exaggeration. Oh yeah, let's just put on B, so it should be side to side here. It seems kind of fast. I don't know. I'll have to, maybe I'll throw that in with some video, motor testing later. Okay, let me get I only have one official power function servo, which has been living in this guy. Okay, that should still be powered on, so let me plug this in here. Brick controller. Oh god, which one is it? Power functions 4x4 off-roader. Play. Okay. Okay. Now watch this. Okay, so you can definitely see that is proportional. And that definitely comes in handy, you know, not just for steering, but for plenty of other things. If you're controlling pneumatic valves and things like that, that definitely works a lot better. What I'll do is I'll just keep all this hooked up here. Oop, I just broke the light. Pull that out. I don't remember which is which on here. Well, that wouldn't help me because I don't know which one's like A, B, C, and D. I think red is power, so it's got to be this one, I think. Because I can tell the dash on this wire, this is a custom wire that I made, so that's an extension for the lights there. I'm pretty sure that's steering. Yep, okay. All right, we got our Mould King servo. Okay, not proportional. So pretty sure that was, I remember reading that, or I wouldn't have been so adamant about getting it and testing it. Okay, editing Brian here. Let's go ahead and look at the Amazon page where I got it from. There it is, and look at what we have right here. There is a total of 15 fixed positions. That would indicate that it is proportional, just like the original. So I'm sure this was just copied and pasted, you know, from Lego at some point, even though this device does not function that way. Back to the video. So don't believe everything you read online. And yeah, you can ignore this battery in here. Maybe I'll do a video on that at some point. I meant to months ago. Doing some testing. So that answers the question. Is the power function, or sorry, Mould King servo proportional? It is most definitely not. That's very disappointing. I'm looking for a solution. If anyone out there knows of a third-party power functions replacement servo motor that is proportional, just like the original that came from Lego, let me know, because again, these are the official ones, go for close to $100 in the US, depending on where you get it. And for somebody like me, I want quantity, you know. I've got 9 of the other servo motors I was getting before. I think I got a couple of these now. And this one in here, that's the only one I have. So really, if you want to save some money, the best thing to do is to buy a set, there was only really 2 sets. There was a third, but it was a reskin of this, and it was much more expensive anyways, and which is going to be hard to find. That came with the servo, and then you could order the servo by itself, but only so many people ordered them. Looking back, God, I wish I would have ordered 4 or 5 of them. That would have been great. Because I've seen a lot of builds, and I've kind of shown some on the channel before that use the Power Functions servo to control pneumatic valves, and with that proportional control, you can really, you know, just let little bits of air out instead of just flooding the cylinder with air. You get a little more granular control, so that's something I'm very interested in finding. And I was just kind of looking at the side of the box here. This is the M-size motor. It delivers a maximum torque 40 Nm. I forget what that stands for. It says 380 rotations per minute, which I think is pretty close to Lego. I'm trying to remember. Again, I do want to do a follow-up on this, but I'm going to get some real-world tests set up for these to try to compare them. You know, especially with Mould King, I know there's a lot of people out there that just have a hard line stance. They don't want to support the company at all. I completely understand that. I'm fine with that. In my mind, if I start drawing these lines, there's no one I would buy from. There just isn't. I don't agree with Lego all the time. I don't agree with any company or corporation anywhere. And it's just the way it is. I don't mind them making these motors. I don't mind them making their own sets. They actually do have designers on the bankroll there, and some kind of Lego fans that submit them to them. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I would encourage them to do that. What can be done about designs that were stolen in the past? Well, you know, there's not much they can do anyways. So that's kind of my stance on the Mould King company. It's complicated relationship, and that's probably the way it'll stay forever. And I didn't say this so far in this video. None of this is sponsored by Mould King. These are just parts I ordered. Some parts I'm going to try out, see what they're like. I've never been sponsored by Lego either. Never. I'm not really in the sponsorship game. So if you have anything you want to add, any questions, comments, anything like that, just drop them in the comments below. If there's anything you want me to test, I'm always curious to see how these different parts compare to each other, things like that. And I'm sure there'll be more of this kind of stuff in the future. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.